Good day everyone, I'm Quasar and today is good day to play some video games. Today we're gonna continue our adventure with the excavation of Hobbs Barrow. So let's continue. So we still need to get that one flower, and how do we do that? Find the workman for excavation. Find milk. Mr. Bryden is unable to milk his goat due to his aching joints. There must be a way I can help him with this. Yes, I need a flower. I'm to bring Mildred Walker some Hiltwort and elderflower so she can make a poultice for Mr. Bryden's aches. And how do I do that? That's the question. I can give her apple with the worm.
I can't see how that will help me.
I as well can see that.
That's a peculiar idea. I dare you to juggle an extra apple.
Easy. Yuck, a worm!
That's a peculiar... I managed to swap them without her noticing.
So that was the idea. I was supposed to swap the cobweb with elderflower. And I'm running left and right like headless chicken for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, including previous episode. You could give some more clues, game. Off to the witch.
Good day. I have the ingredients you asked for.
Wonderful. Hand them over.
No.
There you go. Tell Mr. Bryden to apply this poultice to the area in question. It works wonders.
Thank you very much. I should take this to Mr. Bryden.
Yes?
I got some lube for you. Now give me some milk.
I've got a poultice for your joints, Mr. Bryden. It was prepared by Mildred Walker.
Who?
You may know her as Mother Mildred.
Oh, thank you, lass. That Mildred knows what she's doing. I should have thought to see it myself.
She said to apply it directly to where the pain is. It should work very swiftly.
I'll give it a try. Oh, that did the trick, lass. I feel like a lad of 20 again. I suppose you'll be wanting me to milk old Eunice for you in return.
If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it.
A fair exchange. Stand well back, lass.
Believe me, I'm not coming an inch closer.
There you are, lass. Some fresh milk.
The goat didn't went berserk.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bryden.
Now we need to give up that milk. Then we will talk with Lord. He will give us some workers and we will be fine.
I've got a pail of fresh milk here for you, Miss Tompkins.
You haven't.
I did.
Here.
Mum, you've saved my hide. Thank you.
Are you all right?
I'm worried about Mr. Ambrose. Any road, I'm heading back to Panswyck Manor now. Would you still like to meet his lordship?
Very much so.
Now, I can't guarantee you'll be home, all right? He's a very busy man.
I'll take my chances.
Follow me, then. Come on over. It's not much further.
New road. You can't milk sheep.
What time do you call this?
Sorry, Mum.
Give it here, then. What the hell is this muck?
Goat's milk, Mum.
You daft bint. Since when does his lordship take goat's milk with his tea? Oh, he will not be pleased. Get back to your sweeping before I clip you over the head.
Sorry, Mum.
Warm welcome.
Miss Tompkins looks more anxious every time I see her. Where is Lord Panswyck?
Sorry, Mum. I can't talk. Miss Fenchurch is ever so mad at me.
How very bucolic. I've no time for frolicking with the flock. Some fine-looking flowers. Some fine-look... It's a symbol of some kind. A moon, perhaps? That is well out of my reach. Miss Fenchurch is a cruel-looking woman, her face set in a permanent scowl. Hello there.
Bugger off, you whelp. This is private land.
I was wondering if it might be possible to speak with Lord Panswyck.
Are you deaf, girl? Don't make me fetch the guards. They're armed, you know.
Miss Fenchurch is a
By Christ, you're like a dog with a bone. Do you want to get yourself shot?
I can assure you the only things getting shot around here are the pheasant. And perhaps the odd grouse. Greetings, my lady. Lord James Panswyck, at your disposal.
You're Lord Panswyck?
As I live and breathe.
You could have told me that before.
What is life without mystery, Miss Bateman? A predictable stagger to the grave?
I was imagining someone...
Much older and far less handsome?
Yes, to be frank.
See? I can read your mind, my dear. Now, may I ask, what brings you to my manor?
I wanted to ask if I could borrow some of your labourers.
Oh? For what purpose?
I intend to excavate Hobbs Barrow tomorrow, and I'm in need of some assistance.
An excavation? How very delightful. We're in the middle of our own works right this minute. Follow me, Miss Bateman. Come along. I promise I don't bite.
The plot thickens what he excavates.
For generations, this chapel was a place of unique devotion. And this was until some of my more ungrateful ancestors forgot him and abandoned it.
Why did they abandon it?
Men of great wealth and power can grow so comfortable that they forget they still need the divine. The sacrifices required to maintain such a relationship were no longer being made. The chapel soon turned to rubble, and with time, even the villagers forgot him.
Something tells me he liked me so much because I'm gonna be the next sacrifice.
His influence endured, but only with the isolated few who lived on the very fringes of these moors. Believe it or not, my family's fortunes have dwindled ever since. Since I succeeded my father, it has become my life's work to restore this place of worship. With this sacred place rebuilt, he shall be venerated once more, and the name Panswyck shall be uttered again across all of England. He guided the hands of my ancestors. Now it is time for him to guide us. Bewley is a godless place.
Have you forgotten about St. Edmund's? Father Roach might disagree.
I shall bring him back to these lands, and this chapel shall be his seat once again. A new world.
But it seems like you wish to bring back the past.
From out of the old world shall come the new. A greater truth. But I digress. Horace, my dear fellow.
Aye, your lordship.
This fair lady here is in need of some assistance. Would you and your chaps be up for a spot of digging at Hobbs Barrow tomorrow?
Hobbs Barrow? Aye, your lordship, 'tis no bother.
Good man. You're in luck, my dear. These are my finest, and they're all yours.
Thank you. I am grateful.
On one condition.
What?
Yes?
I've heard wonders about Mary de Plancy's Bakewell puddings. I'd rather like to try them for myself.
Your lordship, you're giving me the help of your men in exchange for cakes?
Yes.
But...
Farewell, my beauty.
Wait!
Okay, now we have to get the cake. No biggie. So, how to proceed now? Equipment.
They have some decent equipment here. It will be more than useful for the excavation.
Let's borrow some.
They have some decent equipment here. It will be more than useful for the excavation.
Man, horse. So I'm guessing we only be able to talk to horse.
The men look like they've spent many a long day exposed to the harsh moorland weather. The men look like they've spent many a long day exposed to the harsh moorland weather. Is his lordship joking about the Bakewell puddings?
No, miss. His lordship is a man of folly.
How ridiculous!
He treats you all right if you do what he asks.
Something for something.
Please let us get on with our toil. If you do as his lordship requests, we'll help you tomorrow. Please let us get on with our toil. If you do as his lordship requests, we'll help you tomorrow.
So now I need money to buy cupcakes. Or Bakewell pudding. Lord Panswyck has promised me the use of his workmen if I can provide him with Bakewell pudding, made by Miss de Plancy such fully.
It's a symbol of some kind. A moon, perhaps? That is well out of my reach.
Yeah, I need that ladder. Can I borrow that? I guess not.
Good day.
Oh, another strumpet looking to find her way into his lordship's bedchambers, I see.
I beg your pardon?
I'm nothing of the sort.
I've seen plenty of your sort before.
Some fine-looking flowers. Some fine...
Let's cut some flowers.
I could just pick this up. Some
Pick?
fine-looking...
I guess we can't.
Thank you for bringing me here, Miss Tompkins.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I've no time for frolicking with the flock.
Now she doesn't jump, just walk over. Let's just clear all the areas. Nothing to be seen here. Arthur doesn't go crazy in the woods. Wait, now I have knife.
I shan't be visiting the bad...
Or maybe I can put a spell on him with my violin skills.
I shan't be visiting the badgers again.
Or no.
I have nothing else to...
Okay, let's talk to the pudding lady. Maybe she will give us a quest.
That's not mine to... This must belong to Mrs. de Plancy. Mrs. de Plancy is a kind, God-fearing woman.
Good day to you, pet.
Hello, Mrs. de Plancy. Do you still have some of your homemade Bakewell puddings, Mrs. de Plancy?
Oh, you're too late, pet. I've a few left, but they're set aside for someone else.
Who?
Might you please be able to bake me some more?
Sorry, I'm not in the mood for baking. Truth be told, my dear husband Albert passed away recently. Me thoughts are all over the shop.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Aye, he's in God's hands now.
Were you married to Albert a long time?
What? Albert died?
Aye, too many years to count. He were the cobbler here in Bewley, the most dashing cobbler in all of England, I used to tell him. Love is precious, pet. There's nought that can replace the hole it leaves in your heart.
I can relate to that in my own way. I wish you strength in this difficult time.
Thank you. With God's blessing, I'll get by.
May I ask who you have set aside the puddings for?
Oh, Father Roach. He won't be back until tomorrow.
Won't they be off by then?
Not at all. Besides, pet, as I told you, I'm not in the mood for all this baking chatter.
Sorry, Mrs. de Panswyck. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Okay,
They are still...
we need to eliminate Father Roach and Mrs. de Panswyck. Simple as that.
That's not mine to interfere with.
Hello. Who is buried here?
He looks like a rather shady character. Hello? What can you tell me about Lord Panswyck?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
The simple wooden cross bears a small plaque, on which is inscribed the name Albert de Panswyck.
Relative, are you?
No, just looking.
He were the cobbler. Who's going to mend me boots now? Ha!
So I need to find boots for you, but what you will do for me?
The simple wooden cross. The simple wooden cross bears... What a peculiar... I can't... Mr. Shoulder told me he...
No change here. No, I no longer have an apple. Can I pick?
I've had enough of worms for now.
No, I can't pick any more worms. The goat is still scary. Yes.
Hello? Is anyone home? He's not answering.
He's high on joint medication. Or maybe he went to Barrow.
I can't think of anything else to... I really don't want a mutton pie. Good day.
Freshly picked apple. Selling them at a... Would Miss like to...
No, thank... It's probably safer if I don't draw any more attention. I'll let the worm enjoy his new home.
Can't pick apple as well. Ooh, new person. Who are you, good fellow?
I've not seen him round the village before.
Hello. Handsome.
Day.
Hello there.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Ralph. Not seen you around before.
I'm just visiting. What brings you to the market today?
I purchased a Scotch egg for me tea. You want a bite?
No, thank you. I'm looking for some help with an excavation tomorrow. Might you be interested?
Sorry, miss. I've already got my own job.
Enjoy your Scotch egg.
I will.
Hey, Thistlecrack. Whoa. I'd rather not. I don't wish to. Nobody home.
Surprise, surprise. Where is Postmaster? He's no longer in the pub. He abandoned the post.
The enigmatic Mr. Leonard Shoulder. He looks somewhat frail. I can't think of anything else to talk about right now. I can't think of anything else. There's nothing else I wish to discuss at the moment. I don't wish to give that. I have nothing else to ask for the time being.
Okay, that's not much. Where I'm gonna find shoes?
Good day to you.
Hello, Mrs. I saw your late husband's grave, Mrs. de Plancy. I am very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, pet. I'm ashamed to say I couldn't afford nought more than a simple wooden cross. You were a colourful man, our Albert. He deserves better. He loved his flower beds. He's only been gone a fortnight, and already his plants have gone to rot. May the Lord forgive me.
Plants.
His precious hippeastrum were the first to go. I would have loved to lay one on his grave.
What does a hippeastrum flower look like?
Oh, beautiful things they are. Tall stems topped with large red flowers. Hard to grow in this climate. They were his pride and joy. The remarkable thing is there's no scent to 'em. That's why he loved 'em so much. You see, he hated anything that smelled sickly sweet. Hippeastrum were just perfect. Let me know if you come across one, won't you?
Of course, Mrs. de Plancy. What does a hippeastrum flower look like?
Oh, beautiful things they are. Tall, hard to they were. That's why you hippie. Let me know.
Of course. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
Back to the Lordship Manor. Something tells me if I'm gonna try to take those flowers, she will take... No, no, no!
These matched the description of the flowers Mrs. de Plancy mentioned. There's no scent.
You get away from my hippiastrum!
Ah, apologies.
Move!
Well, that confirms it. Those flowers, may I please take one?
Are you deaf and daft? Bugger off!
I could just pick this up. I don't wish to... I'm not sure they... I'm not sure... I don't wish... I don't wish... I shan't lower my... I shan't lower myself to such bar... I don't wish to... I don't wish... I could just... I'll have to find a way to distract Miss Fenchurch. She's watching me like a hawk.
I need to throw something into this craving so it's gonna fall onto her head, probably. But what?
I've no time for frolicking with the flock. Good day.
Hello.
I really need one of those hippiastrum flowers.
Why?
It's a long story. Might you please be able to get one for me? Or distract Miss Fenchurch so I can take one?
Those flowers are Miss Fenchurch's favourites. She spends hours looking after them. Sorry, Mum. It's just that I'm so worried about Mr. Ambrose.
The milkman?
Aye. We were to run away together today.
I see.
I'm worried sick that he stood me up. Without Mr. Ambrose, this job is all I have. I can't risk losing it over a flower.
I'm sorry, Miss Tompkins. I still haven't seen him.
Do you think he's abandoned me?
I'm sure that's not the case. He must have been delayed somewhere.
Could you try to find him for me, Ma'am?
Errand after errand after errand.
Oh, please, Mum. I'd do anything for you if you found my love.
I can try.
Oh, thank you. You're ever so kind, Mum.
Like I have a choice.
What does Mr. Ambrose look like?
He's got brown hair.
I'm afraid I'll need a bit more to go on.
Sorry, Mum. I'm too upset. Please find him, won't you?
Hey, stop your nattering and get back to your sweeping.
Sorry, Miss Fenchurch.
Brown hair.
Horace is the leader. The men look like they've spent...
Please let us get on with our toil. If you do as is Lord...
Let's try it from the left.
I shan't be visited.
Maybe he's in a badger hole.
I shouldn't enter. I have nothing else to...
Bugger off!
Ah, the unmistakable charm of old Cyril. don't think anyone is...
And where is Arthur? Let's have a look. Do you see some brown men? Only flowers. Brown-haired men.
They are still locked.
He has a brown hair.
He looks like a rather shady character. Hello? Does this fresh grave belong to...
Aye.
Rather bare, isn't it?
My job is to dig the graves, not decorate them.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Hello? Is it...
Something tells me the brown-haired guy will be the horse
Time for a juicy mutton pie?
rider.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, I do. Why'd you ask?
Isn't he normally here at the market?
Aye, he's normally 2 pies in by now. I don't know where he is. I'm sure someone around here must know where he is.
Goodbye.
Let me know if you get hungry now, lass.
Good day.
Hey up.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
He's here every market day.
Except this one.
Aye. I haven't seen him today.
Any idea where he might be?
Not in the slightest.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Good day.
Care to buy some apples?
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Eddie?
Have you seen him today?
No. Well, maybe his milk's gone off. I hope so. Might mean some of his customers have some spare coin for me veggies. Ah!
Goodbye.
You know where I am.
The milkman is gone, and the lady that's selling herb is gone. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Good day.
Hello there.
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
I do, yeah.
Have you any idea where he might be?
He is usually here by now.
So I heard.
He normally arrives via the road to the east of Bewley.
Thank you. Enjoy your Scotch egg.
I will.
Yeah, I was there. Nothing there. No. I was at the west.
I'd rather not go into those horrible toilets. Hello again.
Miss Bearman?
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, I know the man.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
No, lass.
No matter. Thank you for...
Aye, miss. I'm looking forward to...
Do you know Mr. Ambrose, the milkman?
Aye, a good man.
Have you seen him today?
Come to think of it, no.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
I can't think of anything else.
And now we're gonna find out that he is escaping with the herb lady.
There we are. Your shells are looking much more interesting now. I pestered Mother for years to let me bring some of your treasures here. I think she's worried that I want to follow in your path. She has hidden most of your discoveries away. I had to beg her to bring me to visit you, you know. I shouldn't worry you with all that. Do you know that I have a story for each of these pots? Well, I don't know if they're all true, but they are my memories. Even though I was so young, I still remember our adventures together. Would you like me to share my memories of them?
No.
Well, I'm going to, whether you like it or not. We talked about this one already. The red urn you buried in the garden for me. It seems like such a long time ago. This is from the first dig I remember you taking me on. The excavation of West Kennet Long Barrow. I found it wedged behind a stone as you ate your sandwich. You said, "Now there's a tiny urn for a tiny girl." Mother was so angry when you brought this one home, wasn't she? "William, that simply will not do. It's taking up all the space on the mantelpiece." Once you moved it to your study, I remember creeping in to take a peek at it. We found this one together in that mucky old barrow near Avebury. I think it was the second time you'd taken me on a dig with you. I remember you bringing it up to your face to look inside and shrieking in horror. "There's a bloody rat in there," you screamed. You were incredibly excited about this one. I hadn't gone on an expedition with you yet. You were so happy about it, showing it to Mother and I. You didn't stop talking about it for hours. I thought, how can Daddy be so excited over some old broken pottery? But it wasn't long until I understood. I think you brought this one back from a trip abroad. I would have loved to go with you, but Mother didn't want me to. I remember you being so proud of it. It looks ancient. I almost forgot. While I was searching for your pots in the shed, I found one of your manuscripts. I thought Mother had burnt all your notebooks, but she missed one. It was an account of barrows across the east of England. I managed to read it all before Mother took it away. Daddy, it was fascinating. I've decided that is what I want to do with my life. I'm going to travel the country, excavating and documenting my own finds. Well, as soon as I'm old enough to escape Mother, that is. When you're feeling better, we can go out on expeditions together again, just like we used to. I promise you'll get better, Daddy. I'll do whatever it takes to make it so.
Okay, let's chase the milkman.
There's something ahead on the road.
Ambushed milkman. Stabbed.
My God! Mr. Ambrose! I'm going to help you.
Hubert, what was the name of the cat? Casually drinking milk?
It's Herbert.
Herbert.
He's lapping up the spilt milk. Spilt milk is soaking into the mud. Mr. Ambrose's cart has been smashed to pieces. Bakewell, 32 miles. Bewley really was in complete isolation before the railway line came in. What cruelty is this? Please hold still. I'm going to cut you free. He had been so tightly bound that I could barely cut through without hurting him further. His mouth was stuffed full of flowers of a most peculiar scent. I was dismayed at such savagery, and wondered if the feral folk Father Roach had mentioned were responsible for this abhorrent act. After some considerable effort, I managed to cut him free. Are you all right?
Who were lost in visions of hell itself, the devil. I saw the devil.
Who did this to you?
I don't remember. Oh, the terrible sights I saw. I won't forget them till my last breath.
Are you Mr. Ambrose?
Yes, Edward Ambrose.
You were to meet Miss Tompkins today.
My love. Oh, my darling love.
Let me take you to her. Here, take my hand. As we made the arduous trek to Panswyck Manor, I probed Mr. Ambrose on who had done this to him. He insisted that he didn't remember anything, except for his nightmarish visions.
My love.
Eddie! Jesus, what happened to you? Were you in a fight?
Now, fret not, my love.
I thought you'd abandoned me.
Never. Thank your friend here for helping me out of a bind.
Oh, Eddie!
Let's get out of here, my darling.
Hang on.
You thieving bint! I'll have your guts for garters!
Oh, stick it where the sun don't shine, you bitter old sow!
The cheek!
That was very discreet.
Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Tompkins.
No, thank you for finding my poor Eddie.
Aye, thank you, lass.
Let's go, Eddie. I'm never setting foot on this god-forsaken estate again.
Good luck, you two.
Take the broom? I can't. Can't go inside. Can't pick up the broom.
The hippiastrum is beautiful. I hope Mrs. de Plancy will like it. Perhaps Mrs. de Plancy would like to lay these flowers herself. I have something for you.
You found them!
Technically someone stole them for me, but okay.
Oh, you dear child. Let's take them straight to Albert. You'll come with me, won't you?
Of course, Mrs. de Plancy.
You know, the things I miss most about him are the things that used to annoy me. The click of his jaw as he chewed his sandwiches, leaving his tools all around the house. The way he'd never back down from an argument. He's just quiet at home now. Silence. The funny thing is, that's what he always craved. Peace and quiet. He were a good man, our Albert.
Sounds like he was. I'm so sorry.
Do you fear death, pet?
I do, not at all. Is the part in between that concerns me most. And what is the part in between?
It's the part in between that concerns me most.
Whatever do you mean?
My father had an accident many years ago. Ever since, he's been in a state where he can neither speak nor move.
Oh, that does sound dreadful. I'm sorry, pet.
I believe his mind to still be active, but perhaps this is the worst of all fates. To be trapped in one's own body and unable to express oneself while the world continues around you. That is what I fear.
Maybe he'll get better one day.
I'd do anything to make it so. Those flowers look beautiful.
The Albert will be smiling down on us. Pet, I left me basket inside the church. You'll find some Bakewell puddings in there. You can have them.
Oh, you...
I insist. You've brought an ounce of happiness into my day, dear. It's only just that I return some.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy.
To be truthful with you, I was saving them for myself. I shouldn't be so selfish. Lord forgive me.
You sneaky little sweet tooth.
You're nothing of the sort.
I'll stay here with Albert a bit longer.
Don't stay too long or you're gonna get pneumonia.
You go back to your day, Pet. Lord be with you.
And you, Mrs. de Plancy. Here they are. Mrs. de Plancy's famous Bakewell puddings. They smell delicious.
Eat one, you have 3.
I've already taken them all. The basket is empty.
Take the basket. Off to the Lord.
The vision returns.
I come bearing gifts.
Freshly baked gifts?
Maybe not freshly baked, but...
Yes. 3 of Mrs. de Plancy's famous Bakewell puddings.
You are an amusing creature, Thomasina.
What do you mean?
You must think me a scoundrel of the highest order for asking you to undertake such folly. Of course I would have lent you my men either way. I merely desired an excuse to share a cake with you.
Such a charmer.
Lord Panswyck.
I take no pleasure in watching you scurry about Bewley to fulfill my every whim. Or do I?
I do not find this amusing in the slightest. You have no idea what I had to go through to get these for you.
Oh, I do. And that's what I admire about you. Tenacity. Even in the face of something you know to be absurd. You don't give up, do you?
Never. though in this case I ought to have.
Now then, will you share one of these tempting confections with me?
Why not?
Why not?
Splendid! I'm glad the rain doesn't put you off. You like to live a little dangerously, don't you, Thomasina? Let us stroll to the beck.
That sounds nice. We walked side by side down to the beck, his hand occasionally brushing my own. Despite Lord Panswyck's entertaining company, I had an overwhelming feeling that time was being wasted. We ate those cakes down by the beck, and as he attempted the most charming lines he could muster upon me, I only had one thing on my mind. Father, could he be saved from his suffering? Was the answer to be found within Hobbs' Barrow? I ached to find out. I didn't even notice the taste of those famous puddings. Seemingly disheartened by my lack of enthusiasm, Lord Panswyck soon marched me back toward the ruined chapel.
Chaps, listen up. You're to assist Miss Bateman's excavation tomorrow. What time, Miss Bateman?
Early morning, if you don't mind.
We'll be there whenever you need us, miss.
Hobbs' Barrow, on the Bryden estate, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll be there.
Take your tools with you. Miss Bateman will need every assistance we can provide her with.
It's no bother.
Splendid!
Thank you, lads.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll see you later, my dear.
Thank you, Lord Panswyck.
See you tomorrow morning, all right?
Certainly. I appreciate your help. Well, that's a relief to have my crew assembled for tomorrow. It's getting dark and cold.
And rainy.
Time to head back to the plough and furrow.
Something tells me she gonna slip and hit her head on the rock. No. Silent Hill vibes.
It's late. I should really get some sleep now.
Evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley.
Your lordship.
Stanley, my good man.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, your lordship?
I've come to wish Miss Bateman good fortune for her grand excavation tomorrow. I'm really rather curious as to what she might turn up.
As am I, your lordship.
An exciting time for Bewley. Wouldn't you agree, Stanley?
Oh, yes, your lordship. Very, very exciting.
My dear, please, allow me the pleasure of buying you a drink.
No.
A welcome antidote to the wind's bite. Wouldn't you say, Stanley?
Yes, indeed, your lordship.
No thanks.
No thanks.
Miss Bateman, you're no fun.
I should keep a clear head for tomorrow.
Good thinking. In that case, I shall bid thee the fondest of farewells. May you conquer Hobbs' Barrow and find all that you desire.
Thank you, your lordship.
I've reminded my chaps they're to meet you at Hobbs' Barrow in the morning.
Thank you again, Lord Panswyck.
Till we meet again, faites des beaux rêves. Mr. Shoulder?
lordship.
Hello again, Miss.
Miss Bear?
I've recruited the help of some local labourers to help with the excavation.
Marvellous. When do we start?
Tomorrow morning, first thing.
Wonderful.
Can I count on your assistance?
Of course. I'll meet you here at the Plough and Furrow.
Thank you for your time.
Aye, Miss Bateman. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
It's Mr. Stan. He has the serious and worn-out facial expression of a man who deals with drunkards on a nightly basis. You've changed your tunes, Stanley. An exciting time for Bewley. I thought you didn't want me to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Well, what can I get you?
I'm fine for now. I can't think of anything else. I'll leave those two to their conversation. I'd like to avoid speaking to her. Maybe she didn't notice that I swapped the herbs, but it's not worth the risk. Hello again, Sid.
You're still here? Leave me be, lad.
Tom, seen her.
Arthur?
I've remembered something.
What is it, Arthur?
Not here. Meet me outside, in the alley.
Something tells me it's a bad idea.
Drunk. But let's hear what he has to say. What is it?
Horse gonna kick me?
First of all, I must apologise to you. That night we met, when I vanished.
Yes?
Well, there were a man in the loo. A hooded man. He threatened me with a beating if I told you anything about what I saw.
Oh, Arthur, that's terrible. What did you see?
That's the thing. I hadn't the foggiest idea what he were on about. It was a drink, you see. I'm an embarrassment, Thomasina.
No, you're not.
Here's what I need to tell you. I've remembered what you were on about.
Oh?
Aye. Standing in the woods today, I knew there was something. I waited. I concentrated. And it finally came back to me.
Please, you're keeping me in some serious suspense here.
All right. It were a couple of days before I met you.
The plot thickens.
Hurry now, Leonard.
I'm not as quick as I used to be. This leg is getting worse by the day.
Yes. I'm constantly made aware of your failing health. Do not fear. You said he has promised you the reward of your returned strength.
Aye, and it can't come soon enough.
Are you sure that it must be her blood?
Aye, she's family.
And she gets here in 2 days?
Aye.
We must bring her to the site as soon as she arrives.
No. Your lordship, with all due respect, we've been through this. We need to ease her into the idea. She will laugh in our faces if we just asked for it.
Who said we would ask?
He told me that she needs to give it willingly.
This little scheme of yours better work, Leonard.
It will, your lordship. We've got the perfect bit.
Wait. Who goes there? Did you hear something? Ah, a moonlight tryst. After something, are you, Mr. Tillett?
Your lordship, let me...
Save your words, you drunken wretch. Off you go, skedaddle. Don't make me ask twice. I do wish you wouldn't spend so much time with that fool. It's beneath a woman of your standard. It's sad, really. That dog urine they serve here has rather pickled the man's brain.
You're being most unfair to him. Mr. Tillett is a nice man.
Come now. I shall bid thee adieu once more, for I do not wish for this to come between us. All the very best wishes for your excavation tomorrow, my dear.
Thanks.
Like we suspected, we are the sacrifice.
I'd rather not go into those horrible toilets again.
What?
The shift in the atmosphere as the day fades into night. You won't you learn? You can never turn.
Who gonna visit me now? Horse? You again.
So, Thomasina. The journal proves I'm telling you the truth, does it not?
It does.
Good. Now listen. I can help him again. We can help him. Together.
How?
All those years ago, your father entered this barrow with the goal of binding me within it. All because the people of Bewley had gotten it into their heads that Sack's not what cause of their plight. I tell you, Thomasina, we're not. Your father botched his incantation, leaving me in this weakened state, stuck in this limbo. As for him, well, you know how he ended up.
This doesn't sound right. Incantations. My father is a man of...
You don't know your father, Thomasina. How old were you? A child of not even 5, 6 years? You need to enter this barrow and undo what your father did. The spell must be undone. Then not only will I regain my strength, but your father will too.
But how do I...
Blood. The truest symbol of life and death. It's the life which flows within you, but it's also death once it escapes.
I don't understand.
Worry not how you'll undo what's been done. When the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Time is short. Your father and I grow weaker by the hour. Go. Save your father.
Something tells me I will die during the process.
I must undo what has been done.
No.
Father, I'm coming.
No, you don't have to. Okay, I think it's good time to make some break. We're gonna continue new day in the next episode. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.